Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today it's cold, just come in and I've not warmed up yet and I fancied having a beer, so excuse the attire. But yeah, today we're having a look at the Gran Riserva from Peroni, and this is a Doppio Malto, which is of course double malt. And yeah, this is basically a bit of a stronger lager from what I can remember. Of course from Peroni in Italy, clocking in at 6.6% ABV in a 500ml bottle, but you wouldn't think it's a 500ml bottle. It is, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, isn't it, how a glass shape can change the impression of how much liquid is actually in there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a try. Well, actually I've already had a bottle because my auntie got us a hamper that she put together, and there were 2 bottles of this in there, and I've already had one of them. And yeah, so I thought I'd do the other one and have a review, because it's beer that I've wanted to try for a while. I'm not a fan of Peroni that we get here in the UK on tap, and for the most part in bottles. I do like the Peroni that comes with the red label, which I think you get from Italy itself. But you don't really see that here in the UK. You might see it on websites like Beers of Europe or something like that, that sort of thing. But you don't really see it outside of Italy. I could be wrong. If anyone could let me know, please comment down below. And I think, don't Peroni do like a few, you could get a few of these in the supermarkets down, different sort of versions, because I'm sure my good friends Harry and Dean have covered these. I can't remember. I'll put links down below if that's the case. But yeah, gorgeous presentation. As you can see, it's a clear bottle. I think, I'm not going to pour it that way. Why pour it that way? I think it's a clear bottle from what I remember. But yeah, looks really nice. And there's the crown. Peroni Gran Riserva. So let's get this opened and see what we get. Now I do of course have a Peroni glass, which was liberated from one of the local drinking establishments. But this was also liberated, not by me, by someone else, so they left the glass here. But this is a Birra Moretti glass, and I just love the shape of that glass, so I'm going to use it for this. Anyway, let's see what we get. No, I was lying. It's not a clear bottle at all. I don't know where I got that idea from. But, oh well. Well, considering that I've just done a pour like that, you should never take anything that I say, or the fact the way I'm dressed today, you should never take that any way but negative. But look at that rushing carbonation thanks to the glass. There's about half head, well, a third head, 2/3 beer there, but a lovely sort of toffee amber look to it, a little bit darker than a standard lager. Obviously lager standard, then a little bit darker than your standard lager because of course the inclusion of double malts. And yeah, about 4 fingers worth of a nice slightly off-white head, but it looks really nice in that glass. I love that cascading bubble action. So anyway, let's see what we get on the nose. Probably not much because of that head, so we'll have a sniff a little bit later on as well. It's got that sweet muskiness you get from a stronger lager. It's biscuity. It's almost got like an oat biscuit flavour to it. Dip your nose right in. There's even this sort of like subtle vanilla vibe going off. Yeah, cakey almost. That's the scent of like a Dunkel or a Doppelbock. A little bit of a dark stewed fruit character also. Lovely bouquet on this beer. So I'll be interested to see if the aroma does change once we've got rid of some of that head. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. And I think that's a lovely little beer. That really, really is. It's got a really nice level of sweetness. Not overly sweet, not that sort of like glucose sweetness you could sometimes get with these stronger lagers. It's got a real authenticity about it. And it almost goes into that sort of like slight sweetened, well, obviously it's sweetened banana bread almost, without it tasting like a Hithon or anything like that, obviously. a lovely creamy body to it all as well. ABV masked nicely. You don't get that ethanol flavour that you can sometimes get from European stronger lagers. It's got a real sense of density to it. That sweet muskiness is coming through and it's really nice. Doesn't get too sweet. Tell you what, this is a cracking little beer. So let's see if I can get anything else on that nose. No, not really. I think I've picked out every aroma you can get from it. Or I've probably missed, because who the fuck am I, really? But, yeah, there's just a really satisfying level of drinkability about this one. Let's take that off. It's not that warm anymore. The wonders of dry shampoo, by the way. I think I talk more about my hair in these videos than I do the actual beer itself, but... This isn't chilled down at all, so there's nowhere to hide with brewing faults, which, you know, people will see Peroni and think, they're used to the drab stuff we get in our bars and pubs, which is way overpriced compared to other beers. I don't get why these shitty versions of continental lagers have such a price tag attached to them. You can get, like, a nice real ale from a local brewery or a little bit more of an established brewery for much cheaper. And you know what I'm like. I like to go to a pub. I like to have a mild, which is like £2, if that. Depending on where you go, of course. Sorry about the vibration. Just got a message. But yeah, I'm hoping 2019 is the year I actually visit Italy, because, as you know, I'm a big fan of Italian film and music. I love pizza. I love the cuisine. I lived in Regensburg in Germany for a while, which a lot of people describe as almost Italian in appearance. And it is, with the beautifully painted buildings, cobble streets, this wonkiness, this traditionalness to it. But I suppose you get that a lot in European cities in general. But I want to be sat in a little cafe, or maybe on a balcony somewhere, overlooking an absolutely gorgeous yet humble little city, with just a nice glass of something like this in my hand. And of course, the Italian craft beer scene, which is going from strength to strength, so it'd be nice to do that. But I tell you what, I would happily buy multiple bottles of this. Not to drink regularly, but, you know, if you've got people coming round, or if you're having a meal and you want something nice to accompany it, you don't want to really bring out, you know, your fucking Free Floyds or Dry Fontaine, whatever. I'm terrible at picking out big beers, or Cantillon or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? You don't want anything really too fancy, but you want some sort of like elegance and sophistication to it. This will do the trick. It's like sort of like Leffe, or Leffe, however you want to pronounce it. I love getting a big 750 or 660ml bottle of Leffe, you know, for like £2.50 in the supermarkets. Yes, I know it's macro because it's AB InBev. I'm not sure who owns Peroni, if they are part of a conglomerate or if they're just a big brewery themselves. In fact, does it tell you who they're actually owned by? No, not really. Brewed and bottled in Italy. Asahi, there we go. So sort of linked to Heineken, I think. I don't know the ins and outs of that sort of stuff. You get so many different companies owning like licenses to sell this beer in this territory, and they'll brew on the premises here, so then they can sell to that territory when it's actually owned by this conglomerate. But you know, it's a weird and wonderful world, the business side of beer. But yeah, this is really nice. It really, really is. When I first drank this, I was drinking out of the bottle, because I'm a proper scumbag. But this is fantastic. It really, really is. And it's nearly gone already. You know, I was like alluding to like Doppelbocks and Dunkel beers earlier. And I'm getting those characters because there's this like hedgerow fruitiness there. And like stewed down like raisins, plum, figs. There's a lot going on this beer. It's very complex for a high ABV lager. And just got some peanut satay chicken cooking. It'll be gone before I get to pair it with the food, but that'd go well with that. And that'd be like really nice with a Sunday lunch, or like a nice well cooked piece of beef. Don't mean well done, I mean well cooked, because you've got to have a bit of pink in your beef. But, you know, with a steak, or make a reduction with it, cook it with a casserole, you know, those sorts of things, like a game pie, big meaty flavours, beer like that, bish bash bosh. Of course, you can have it with a nut roast. I'm not sure if this is vegan or vegetarian. I'm not too sure. But yeah, beautiful stuff. So if you have tried it, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. As I said, I think a couple of my friends have reviewed this one, so their links will be included. Check out Peroni. I'm going to definitely get a few more bottles of this. And like I said, if you know where I could get a really authentic bottle, I think it's got the red label, then let me know in the comments. Or any other beers that Peroni do that are highly recommended. Let me know, because I will seek them out and I will try them, because I love drinking beers like this from companies that do get a lot of stick from the beer community a lot of times. But just because a brewery's big, it could be owned by the most evil genius in the world. But if that brewery can still produce high quality alcoholic beverages with no compromise, and I enjoy them, I'll still buy them. So yeah, anyway. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give that one a 8.5 out of 10. Lovely stuff, highly recommended. And yeah, if you have tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If any of your friends felt YouTube have reviewed it, then links down below. And yeah, why am I pointing to the links after I've talked about them? I don't know. Anyway, I've got food to finish and eat, and then I've got probably a nap waiting. So thanks for watching, guys. I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers.